What would you do? Being able to compare, being able to observe, being able to be creates. So what would you do? Imagine being served by the courts after you and your ex-wife already agreed to use a mediator. You open the paperwork, and on the first page, you're ordered to leave your home while still paying the rent, the bills, and her. What would you do? That was a position that I found myself in. And I'll be honest with you, for the first time in a long time, I saw red. I mean, Cabernet, Pinot Noir, red, to where I was forced to pause. It's like hearing the voices of my mother when I was younger, encouraging me to not only understand, but to exercise self-control. And as I'm even sharing this, thank you, Mom, because she experienced versions where self-control was not used, when restraint was not used. And I'll be honest with you, again, I'm going to stop saying I'm going to be honest with you because that's all I can be. Divorce exposed me. It didn't break me. It exposed me. Performance versus who are you really? Sometimes one can perform so much and still not be that it performs, that it acts like. That was something that I learned about myself, something that was exposed. At times that exposure felt very freeing. At times that exposure was horrible, was unbearable. But did you die? Even if you did, even if that version of you died, what comes next and what comes next and what could come next, what is possible, the imagination, that's where the work begins. That's where the work becomes. That's where the alchemy happens. And it's not until we are exposed, it's not until we are present in that exposure, almost in that enclosure, like my framework. Notice, name, contain, choose. Once it's contained, you are present, you are in control of your presence. And divorce was like a bow. Are you here? Are you here? I remember my lawyer saying to me, hey, you ready to take the gloves off? Are you ready to take the gloves off? Are you ready to stop seeing her as your wife? Basically, are you ready to stop getting beat up on? Are you ready to start fighting back? Are you ready to see what this is, what's being done? Part of me was in denial. A part of me I was in that space of, yo, I'm failing. I can't fail. This isn't happening, but it's happening. I want this, but I don't want this. It needs to happen. It should happen. It shouldn't happen. So many feelings, so many emotions, so many moments. Not wanting to talk to certain people because I didn't want them to talk me out of me going through what I needed to go through, what I felt like I needed to go through. Me also not wanting to be so vulnerable in front of them, not being able to take the own judgment of myself. So I really didn't feel like I could take the judgment from them. I isolated myself, but I did not deny when someone reached out. I felt it was that time, and I appreciated those persons, those angels. But it's a process, and you have to go through it, and it exposes you to where you need to make those adjustments, where you need to give your attention to. For what we do, what we repeat is our focus, no? Which gives a better understanding for me when I think of purpose. Purpose is your target. What are you aiming towards? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would hear these cliches, I would hear these sayings, I would hear these words. And as a being who loves words, who studies words, who reads words, I was struggling with the understanding of, the understanding of what my purpose is. Not what my purpose is supposed to be, what my purpose is. And divorce exposed that piece for me, because that version of me was performing who he thought he was supposed to be. Example, when my boundaries were crossed, and not boundaries as if my ex-wife was a bad person, no. Just boundaries in my ability to accept what was true to me, what I liked or what I didn't like. And if she did something that crossed my boundaries, after just letting things go because I thought that that's what love was supposed to be, and then that one time, that perfect storm, and I snap, lose myself, that becomes a milestone moment, potentially. And now I am judging myself based on me losing that restraint. And now this person is potentially seeing me when I lost myself, instead of me accepting, well, how did I get there? And not pointing fingers at her. Divorce exposed me. The understanding of what a man is supposed to be, the understanding of what a being is supposed to be, and my path, the understanding of what a Christian was supposed to be. An educated person, a black man, a husband, a manager, college student, a track star, a celebrity, a actor. That was a tangent, but divorce exposed that part. Marriage is an institution. Marriage is it's what it is. And it ain't for the weak, but it's also, who can say it's for the strong? Marriage is just what it is. And it's beautiful. Divorce also exposed that part. Marriage is beautiful. Excuse me. Speaking of which. Yeah. And in that exposure, identity was formed. I had to decide who I was without the relationship defining me. I remember my ex-wife feeling at a time, everywhere we go, everybody knows you. We can't go nowhere and nobody knows you. I didn't think that was a bad problem to have, right? But the way she said it, I received it as my presence, popularity, my essence bothers you. And I never wanted to bother her like that. I married you, like, I want you to be my best friend. I don't want you to ever feel that way. So that was a dilemma. Like, what do you do? Divorce exposed me. I'm going to be honest with you. I would get offended occasionally when that simp term was just being used so much. Because it's like, when you experience what you experience, perhaps seeing women be physically abused by someone that you're like, yo, but aren't you supposed to love her? And not understanding what that is. Hearing your mother being beaten, but you're too small to be able to help her and save her. But also not knowing, how did they get there? Like, those things shape a person. And if you have that hero complex, because of those upbringings, those experiences, your purpose can feel as if all I want to do is protect you. All I want to be able to do is protect somebody, because you didn't feel like you were able to, including being able to protect yourself. Divorce exposed me. Marriage exposed me. It forced me to really decide and choose who I am. Because when you made those vows, you're still saying, I'm on this journey. This is the way I see it now. I didn't see it then because I didn't see myself then. I got married young. No excuse. I may edit that out. But now as I see it, my vow is, as I am becoming myself, I am accepting all that is and all that isn't. Quantum totality, my closeness to God. I am. Because who I was then allowed me to become who I am now. And divorce exposed me in a way that was just amazing. Uncle Sam says, you cannot dissect something while it's still alive. I'm able to understand this now. But the journey got me here. All of it. The isolation moments, the crying. You gotta release the outlets. Hitting the gym, exercising, running. Remembering the things that used to give you joy, that gave you energy. Video games helped me. If you know, you know. Writing music, creating art, running, connecting, challenging myself. The importance of evolving, the importance of having a target, having a purpose. And you're able to land in your time. From what I've read, the philosophy of money, the psychology of money. Correction. Where's that book? It's around here somewhere. I don't have that here. Oh, that's right. I gave it to my daughter. I did. I believe it was The Psychology of Money. Throughout all the different methods of investment, the author highlights Warren Buffett and the strategy of longevity and not dying. Like wine, which I love. My second reference, a different perspective. Wine gets better with time. Aging is dope. Experiencing is dope. And marriage was a great experience in my journey, a great foundation, a great way of doing that work, like the mirror. And that's the part where the forgiveness of everything, the forgiveness of self in that experience, the judgments, the forgiveness of the judgments towards her, like that has to happen in its own way. And I'm thankful to be able to not to hold anything towards you. I forgive you. I forgive me. I forgive us. We didn't fail. We finished. There's a difference. And I love you, always loved you, as I love myself. I was talking with my sister, my twin, and even though we're twins, there's much of our lives that while the parallel exists, we are not aware of the details. And as her brother is writing his memoirs and as he's creating his music and sharing his vulnerability, I love her struggle and seeing me differently as my twin. It's such a dope experience for me. In some ways, I think I enjoy shocking her. I love our connection. Another tangent. And this time I think it's gone. Let me make sure that I cover everything I wanted to discuss. This is going to be a real moment. If you can't lead yourself in moments like that, you won't lead anything else. That vulnerability, for thy become one unit, one created. Doesn't matter who contributes more, because that's a fluctuation. But what is a connection, integration, a creation, an addition. So when it breaks, and it's in those moments, gods are made. It's in those moments, like some of the sayings go, you see what you're made of, see what you're able to tolerate, what you're able to do, ... Divorce exposure. Here's a repeatable framework. Clarity doesn't come from comfort. It comes from confrontation. That moment didn't end me. It introduced me to who I needed to become. It introduced me to who I needed to become. I appreciate your time. All I plan to do is be what I need to be for you as I am for me. And cheers to this journey. So much more to share. I do want to share this. Today or this evening, I had a wonderful opportunity to socialize, gather with, eat with, break bread, drink libations, including coffee, and support someone very important to me. Important to me. I went to the Love of Literacy annual fundraiser in support of Literacy Volunteers of Central Connecticut. Cool organization. Really like what they're doing. The guest speaker was Dr. Miguel A. Cardona. He was the 12th U.S. Secretary of Education. Cool hermano, brother, gentleman, and his beautiful wife. It was at the AquaTurf in the Wagon Room, Plantsville, Connecticut. Ironically, I have not been back to that establishment because it's amazing. It's a beautiful piece of property that's well handled and well managed. But the last time I was there, I was 18 and I was at my ex-wife's prom. Wasn't that a dope story? Us getting there, overcoming all the adversity that didn't want us to be together. And she wanted to go to the prom. That was her dream. She was like, I want to go to the prom. Even if it wasn't with me, she wanted to go to the prom. And she got to the prom. That was a dope time. And it's dope that I could admit that. So today was my return there, but to a different part, the back room. What was it called? The Wagon Room. It was a nice vibe. It really was. I got to see some folks that I'm getting acquainted with. It was nice. The library trustee board was there. Shout out to them. Miss Nancy with, and I'm forgetting the name of her organization. Let me see if it's up here. Hold up. There's more. Hold up. Aging is something, even with glasses. Speak for yourself. All right, I'm looking. Miss Nancy, perdóname if I cannot find. Man, it's like right here. But I'm not gonna delay it. Got to see her, Miss Nancy, and her amazing right-hand woman. I got to meet, I'm not gonna forget this name, the Bishop of Grace Church. Awesome. They were the highest sponsor. Definitely want to put that out there. Yeah. Look forward to connecting with you, my brother. And it was just an amazing event to truly see. They had one more thing. They had a couple. I forgot to actually introduce myself to them, but they're from Dubai. What's up, Daniel? If you know, you know. Dubai. Look forward to returning, for real. But yeah, they were just talking about their journey of getting to do new things, but in a new world. And they now want to teach and help others. And in the numbers that Mr. Cardona was mentioning of how literacy alone can like improve 10% of the GDP. It was like $2.3 trillion if people's literacy level was able to rise to just that of a sixth grader in America. That economic boost alone. And it's interesting because as I've been connecting throughout my community, in Connecticut, the school budget is being targeted. As a business person, understanding or wanting to understand the why, I understand there has to be a why. So it was nice even tonight in connecting with some of the organizations and some of the boards, just really trying to rally the troops. Like, all right, like let's say where I'm at, New Britain, Connecticut. Let's say that the school budget is going to be cut. What do we do next? Let's say that there's a probability that the numbers that they're giving us, deficit, however you want to frame it, it's not happening. And this is what we're going to have to work with. What do we do next? I have some amazing ideas, and I'm connecting, I feel, with the right people. And what I'm realizing is that we have so many silos of businesses that are doing amazing things, but they're siloed. And I'm sure there are many reasons why they are siloed. I'm sure there's many reasons. But if we are going to be in this new framework for the time being, this proposed framework, possibility, it is time to transform like Voltron. It is time, real talk, to come together and to really start identifying who we are, our strengths, our contributions, our possibility to scale. Like even be a dream that you always had for your business. This may be the time to try. Because the more of us that try, the more of us that contribute, this entire experience may not be as bad as we are projecting it to be. Stay with me and let's dare to see a home run. And I know there are some people that don't like sports analogies. So let's dare to imagine a wonderful outcome. Stay with me. Appreciate your time.